So I saw Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse this past weekend, and I left the theater feeling things.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
I left the theater wanting to read every single Spider-Man comic in existence. That was pure cinema. That was a masterpiece, and I will be seeing it again this week during a weekday with my smuggled gas station snacks, because no one in this household is paying $8 for a popcorn. But yeah, Across the Spider-Verse was brilliant. The sequel to the 2018 smash hit that had introduced the world on a broad scale to Miles Morales, the Afro-Latino Spider-Man. Miles originally debuted in the 2011 Marvel Ultimate Fallout Limited series, breaking the 50-year chokehold that Peter Parker had on us. Not only did it give us a black Spider-Man that symbolizes the representation that often lacks in comic book movies, but it redefined animation as well. You can see the inspiration, the animation style from both of these movies being repurposed in animated movies that have dropped in the last few years and are going to drop in the next few years. The movie follows the journey of Miles Morales, a 15-year-old teenager who was juggling his life in typical Spider-Man fashion. I have to go to school, manage a social life, and protect the broader New York City area, all while hiding this from my parents and taking care of my responsibilities at home. Seems pretty formulaic, right? Not so much. As the title suggests, the first movie and this movie dive into the multiverse and deliver it in a way that I thought Spider-Man No Way Home tried to do. But this movie just did it better. What happens when you go to another universe and change the timeline as it was originally intended to be? Would you care? Would you want to save the life of a loved one that you knew was going to die? Is their life more important than the millions of lives that you would affect by altering the timeline? All fantastic questions, and I'll let you answer them for yourself in the comment section of this video because engagement. But this video isn't really a Spider-Man movie review, and God knows I wish it was. I want to talk about bigots. All the homophobes and racists, please come to the front of the classroom. Now, we've had two blockbuster movies with black leads released in the last 30 days, Across the Spider-Verse and The Little Mermaid starring Halle Bailey. Both movies are remakes or adaptations from the norm. For the last 61 years, we've typically always had Peter Parker, the white Spider-Man or some variation of him. And for the last 30 years, we've had Ariel, the redhead white mermaid, whose race shouldn't even matter here because mermaids are not real. These deviations from the norm make the racists come out and scatter like cockroaches when you turn the lights on.
Miles Morales in the new Spider-Man movie is woke. Okay, he's not woke, but Gwen is, which is Spider-Woman in the movie. Here's the picture of the trans flag in the background saying to protect trans kids.
If you're anything like me, aka the average person, someone who's normal, you must be asking yourself, why is there so much liberal BS in my movie?
Character represents a different minority, where to the point where it's unrealistic, and that's not how real life happens.
And the funniest part of all of this is all of these things can coexist at once. For one, superheroes don't exist, and in non-existent superhero worlds, the multiverse exists, where we literally get Spider-Man in pork fashion. So why can't we have a black Spider-Man? And not only that, but in this movie we get a black Spider-Woman voiced by Issa Rae, a black British Spider-Man voiced by Daniel Kaluuya, a Latino Spider-Man voiced by Oscar Isaac, who played a very convincing villain, and an Indian Spider-Man who, in my opinion, might have been the coolest part of the entire film. And this isn't to say that the entire film was just a diversity grab, because we still got the Caucasian Spider-Man that everybody loves. I mean, if you want to be honest, you could even make an argument that Gwen Stacy was the co-lead of the movie. And last time I checked, she's white. The issue is that a lot of you have been so used to watching media where only your worldview is represented. Newsflash, straight white males are no longer the dominant demographic whose word is the only one that matters. We can transport you back to 1793 if you really want to go. Black, brown, Asian, trans, straight, non-binary, etc. People exist. No matter how badly you don't want them to. And they're going to exist in our media because media should just be an extension of our world. So it's not the worst thing in the world to have their worldview expressed. I mean, I think It's pretty damn cool. Being a bigot has got to be the worst experience ever because you're sitting in a movie theater watching a generational masterpiece, but you can't focus on that. You can only focus on the black kid playing the superhero when in your world, the black guy should only be the villain. Tragic.
Tragic!
I'll see you all in 2024 when the third Spider-Verse movie drops and completes the trilogy. And if y'all gonna get mad again when they give us an African Spider-Man or something like that, that's cool. Just throw your temper tantrum very quietly.